Hey there, it's me, possibly your favorite libertarian. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you what I'm bringing to a defensive elements class. The class specifically is Anatomy of Structures. It's a room clearing CQB type class using simunitions. So it's probably going to be unique to some of the other classes that you might have taken before, and hopefully this will help you if you are wanting to take this exact class, figure out what to bring and how to organize it all and pack it. If not, though, it might just be good information for any class that you're taking where you're having to leave your home, go to a physical place, and do training. Super stoked to go to beautiful and sunny Muncie, Indiana to see Jesse and Tim from Defense Mechanisms. But wait, our favorite libertarian, isn't this about defensive elements, the classes that they have? Yes, but in case you didn't know, Defense Mechanisms is the gear company and Defensive Elements is the training company. So if you do want to save some money on gear that maybe you see me testing in the class or that they make, then you can use code YourFave at checkout to save some money on that. But it does not work on the training classes. So I guess you could try it and just see what happens, but I don't think it's going to work. All right, now it's time for adult show and tell. All right, so this is all that I'm bringing to the class. I'm going to just briefly touch on each one of these and then I'll go into each one in greater detail. First, we have the range bag. This is what I'm going to be taking into the classroom. This is going to have my AR pistol in it. I'm going to be swapping out the bolt and charging handle for simunition stuff, but that is what this is going to contain. It's also going to have iPro, camera equipment, notepad for taking notes, snacks, stuff like that. So this is what's actually going to go into the classroom with me. Then, as far as some things that are not as exciting, but things you should think about when you're going to a class like this, tools. So I have a big tool bag here with a ton of different tools, hand tools in it. I also have any Allen key you would possibly need, both in English and metric. So that's good to have, especially with accessories on guns. Stuff can come loose, you want to be able to tighten it again. Full cleaning kit and Loctite and Vibratight, stuff like that in here as well. Gun safe for my EDC gun. If I need to put that in a safe, I have a safe for it. This is a holster that my buddy Brett is letting me borrow for the class because I do not run Glocks. So big shout out to Brett, thanks for that. But in this class, you're gonna need to run simunitions, and the only simunition handguns they have are Glocks. So I swapped out my little adapter for the rail from a 1913 Picatinny rail to accept Glocks. So now this is just so I can make sure that the holster fits the Glock with the light in it. I tested that works. This, by the way, YouTube moderators, this is just a giant piece of plastic, a solid block of plastic that is shaped like a gun. It is not a gun. Here's a close look. You can see it's just one big piece of plastic. Nothing moves, nothing does anything. It's just plastic. Don't demonetize me. And then we have luggage. So this is going to have things like toiletries, clothing, and a bunch of gear. So we'll get into all of this right now. Let's start with tools. Tools, I think, are a very underrated piece of kit to bring to a class. A lot of people aren't thinking about it, but if you think about it, a lot of things that are attached to your gun are fastened by some type of fastener. So it's really good to have something that can tighten those things if they loosen, to have Loctite, to have Vibratight, so that you can re-secure whatever is walking loose. That's also why it's very important to witness mark your stuff. Pro tip. All right, so first on this side, I have this Allen key out because I'm going to be using this to attach a QLS fork that I ordered that hopefully should be in today, but this is real life. I'm making the video when I can, so I have enough time to edit this before I leave. So here is one of the Allen keys, but this set, I found it on Amazon, and it has pretty much every Allen key that you could possibly need for both English and metric, which is super cool. Also, in the bigger tool bag, I've got some other stuff related to that. So we have a fat wrench, so you can torque things down to spec, a lot of different bits, things like that. So that's super cool. That's handy to have, especially if you're running pistol optics. I also have these guys as well. So if you have a different shape for your head and you need those, this is kind of like a Swiss Army knife of sorts that has a bunch of these different sizes, so this is really good to have. I borrowed this from my dad a while ago, and he just let me keep it, so thanks, Dad. Screwdrivers, punches, wrenches, pliers, all that kind of stuff. Hammer if things get really crazy, but all that stuff is really important to have. And I take the whole bag simply because I know if I just try to take certain things out of what I think I'll need that one thing that's in the tool bag when I actually need tools. So I just bring the whole bag, which I recommend you doing. It doesn't take up much space. I just put this in the back of my vehicle, so if I do end up needing anything, I can just go to the vehicle, grab it, fix the thing I need to fix, and everything's good. Cleaning kits are important. Here's why. When you're taking a multiple day firearms class, your gun's going to get dirty. That's with regular ammunition. Just imagine if you're shooting some type of paintball simunition round from an actual casing, firing a projectile that eventually splatters into paint, and imagine that particular projectile exploding in the barrel. It gets gunked up. So you definitely want to have some way of cleaning your gun, especially if you're bringing your own personal firearm that has a simunitions bolt swapped into it. You want to make sure that's in working order after the class each day, and so that it's ready for the next day of class with simunitions. So very important for simunitions class, but really any class, to have a cleaning kit so you can clean your firearm after each day. Moving on to the bag itself. This bag my wife actually got me for my birthday one year when we were newly married. Aww, she continues to woo me every day. I thought it'd be super cool to put this Punisher skull patch on it, and yeah, so I did that. So this is not actually how it comes. I put that on there on purpose, and I think it still looks super cool. So let me know if you think it looks super cool in the comment section below. All right, on the inside, we have a t-shirt. T-shirts are great because you can just lay them out, clean your gun on them, and also use them as a rag. Another old t-shirt. This is a clean one, so when I am wiping down the gun after I've oiled it, I can use a clean one. So there's that. Also inside we have a lot of little goodies. These are great for if you're doing anything with roll pin punches or any type of punches. You can set it down. It's a hard surface. It's a hockey puck, actually, by the way. And I've drilled a hole in it so I can tap things and keep things in place while I tap pins out, stuff like that. I've got 2 of them so I can space them out if I need to, if it's something longer. I got aeroshell grease for some reason in here. I think I was working on a build earlier. Got some frog lube. I bought way too much of this. I have a lot of it. Fireland CLP in a bag because it always wants to leak. Got some M Pro 7 travel size gun cleaner. I also have nylon brushes and bore snakes because they travel a lot more compact for every caliber that I'm bringing. I have, let's see, 5.56 223. I've got 9mm. And I also have shotgun, which is a really big snake. On the side pouch here, I have some blue Vibratite, lots of different Vibratites and Loctites in here. Keep them in bags because they could leak. I also have a paper towel that I just put underneath whatever I'm Loctiting so I don't drip on things. So that's kind of good to have. And I also have a lot of Q-tips. These are really good for cleaning and wiping off little nooks and crannies. So I always have lots of Q-tips in my cleaning kit. And that's pretty much it for the cleaning kit. Next, the speed locker. Full video on this if you guys want to check it out. It's up here, that is what I would take because I don't have to worry about batteries. If it's got a manual lock combination, super durable, and it's a way to secure your gun when you are not accessing it or having it on your person. So safety first. All right, here's the big guy in this front compartment here. Oh, by the way, this is a Dakine piece of luggage, not sponsored, but I really like them. I've got some headphones in here, some butt wipes if you gotta do stuff in the field, and then I have some gummy vitamins. These are vitamins, guys. They're vitamins. Vitamin C, elderberry, just to stay healthy while I'm out. This is also where I'd put my phone charger as well. In this front pouch here, I have a charger for my rechargeable batteries because you're going to be running a lot of batteries in a class with low light situations, such as the room clearing stuff that we're going to be doing. So I have my heavy duty charger, and I also have some little ones that I can plug into the vehicle as well. On the inside here, This side is dedicated to gear and this side is dedicated to clothing. So let's talk about the gear first because that's probably what you guys are more into. I know I'm more into it. This is the Defense Mechanisms mech belt, and this is the outer belt. I have the inner belt looped through my M81 camo pants over here. But this belt contains a lot of the Defense Mechanisms belt attachments or pouches or accessories. So I'm going to be testing all that stuff out in the class. I'm also going to be testing out the bang hanger from Guardian Warrior Solutions. So I'm excited to run that, which is why I needed that holster and all that to work together. And then over here on this side, I have these two mag pouches from Grim Hunter Tactical that I'm going to be testing out. And over here I have the s.o.p micro chest rig from Ace Tac that I'm going to be running in the class, getting some more info on that for you guys. 3 mags, some stuff in here as well. I think I have a big Theorem battery pack in here. I also have another tourniquet in here. Medical in this pouch with a couple other accessories. I've got a light here from Cloud Defensive that I'll be running as my handheld light for the class. And that's pretty much it for gear. Now let's get on to clothing stuff that you're gonna wanna bring for a class like this. I'm gonna try to speed round through this part so we can get to the last bag. All right, first off, we have the pants. These are Crye Precision Gen 3 knockoffs. These are actually made by Emerson Gear, ha ha ha. What I really like about these, besides them being M81 and looking awesome, is that they have knee pads in them. So if you are going to be at a training facility, outside or inside, especially if they have concrete floors like MTAC's facility has, it's nice to have knee pads. Next up, we have this inner belt here that's already threaded through. This is the mech inner belt for the mech outer belt, so it all works together. So I can just wear these pants every day for class, throw on that belt and the chest rig, and I'm ready to do whatever we need to do that day. So that's why I have these pants here. I don't know if there's going to be AC or not in the building. I'm pretty sure when I was taking a class there in the winter, there was no heat. So I'm just going to guess there's going to be no AC, and I'm going to wear t-shirts instead of a BDU top each day. And I've decided to pack double the amount of t-shirts and underwear and socks that I need so that if I do get super hot and sweaty every day during class, I can get back to the Airbnb or hotel, take a shower, or just change into clean clothes without taking a shower so that I'm not wearing like super wet, sweaty clothes. I should also mention that I wouldn't recommend wearing these pants out to dinner, so I'd recommend having a pair of jeans as well. I'll be wearing the pair of jeans that I'll have as an alternative pair of pants while I'm driving down there, so they're not in here, but I would recommend having like some normie clothes as well. Maybe something that doesn't have gun logos on it, or say Liberty or Death on it as your t-shirt, and maybe bringing a flannel shirt so that you can kind of dress up whatever you're wearing if you're going to a nicer restaurant at some point throughout the nights that you're going to be staying in the beautiful Muncie, Indiana area. A couple more things I'd recommend would be pair of shorts and a pair of flip-flops. So these shorts are 3 nails shorts. Really like them. I work out in them all the time. I'll probably do a review on these because they've got a really cool story and they are fighting for a really good cause. But these could be any pair of shorts. What I like about these is after a long day of training, you can just relax in your shorts. If you want to go to the pool, these can double as a bathing suit. If you want to go to the gym afterwards, they could be your workout shorts. So these are nice to have. Also, as far as flip-flops go, flip-flops are nice for all the going to the pool, lounging around stuff, but they're also really good if you have a dirty hotel room that you're staying in and you don't want to put your bare feet on the floor. Same thing for the bathroom or the shower floor. It's nice to have that barrier in between. So flip-flops are nice. All right, lastly, we have the, I'll call it the classroom/range bag. So we'll open up the first main compartment here. And inside we have a lot of things. I'm not going to show you the NFA stuff, but here we have batteries. So batteries for the optic, batteries for flashlights, and lens cloth, because you can never have too many of those. And then we have this bag here. This is actually what I'm going to use to house the bull carrier group when it's out of the gun, because I'm going to be swapping it out for a simunitions one. So bull carrier group will go in here, so that it's not getting any lubricants all over everything. This will stay in the vehicle, and then this whole bag will go into the class. Also have camera equipment because I am a YouTuber. So this is what I'm bringing as far as action cam stuff. I've got the DJI Action 4 camera, mounts, cables, memory cards, batteries on the inside of this thing, mics, things for the mics, charging cables, all that stuff. So that is also what's in here, which I'll be taking into class so I can get hopefully some first-person shooter kind of stuff for you guys footage-wise. Also with that, I have this headgear that I can put the camera on, so that should be fun. Notebook, this is what I keep a lot of notes from different classes that I take on, so this will be going for notes. And this is just a boring thing. This is a manila folder for travel expenses for the trip. And also the waiver is in here that you have to sign. This stuff's pretty standard, really. iPro, clear iPro for the class. Wraparound is suggested so that it covers more of your eyeballs. So just a pair of Smith & Wesson iPro here. Also have this little Velcro keeper, which is nice. Some ear pro, chapstick, Sharpie, and pen. And another microfiber cloth, because you can never have too many. Here is the firearm I will be taking to the class. Very excited, and if you guys are very excited looking at this and you have questions, I've done pretty much an individual review on every item on here, but there's also a full playlist on this Air Precision 10.5-inch AR pistol. If you want to click up there, it's probably right up there. Real quick, a rundown, if you will, if you're interested. The suppressor is a Huxworks HXQD556Ti suppressor. Light is a Streamlight Polytac X. Mount is Impact Weapon Systems. Overwatch Precision foregrip thingy right here. Magpul furniture, so Magpul QD, Magpul forend, Magpul K2 grip with batteries for both the optic and the flashlight inside. All mil-spec internals here, nothing special here. This is the ScalarWorks mount, which is housing the Holosun 403R red dot. We have the MBUS 3 flip up and flip down sight and a SBA3 brace. Lastly, we have this sling. This is the Halo Strategic D3 SLK sling that I'll be running in the class along with this AR pistol. Well, that's what I'm bringing to the class. Let me know if there's anything that I forgot in the comment section below. Please comment early because I'm going to be leaving soon. I don't know what that means in terms of YouTube time. When I'm filming this, I don't necessarily know when I'm going to be posting it or when you're going to be watching it. So as soon as you see this video, comment if there's anything I forgot because I don't want to forget it. Right? I will be filming as much as they will let me film in this class, so stay tuned for a video about kind of like an inside look and my thoughts and my review, I guess you could say, of their class once everything's all gathered footage-wise, information-wise, notes-wise, and edited. That'll be the next video, probably after this video. YouTube timing. And stay tuned for all of the subsequent gear reviews and data points that I'll be gathering from this class because as you saw in what I packed, pointing over here because that's where the pile of stuff is, as you saw in what I packed, I have a lot of gear that I'll be testing in the class as well. I really like testing things in class environments because it allows you a lot more opportunity to get more data points than you could at a flat range where you have some type of range FUD yelling at you for doing a tactical somersault or shooting two guns in the air while jumping and yelling, ah. I'm not sure if I mentioned this already because I'm not even sure what take this is, maybe take 100. But I'm really excited to see not only Tim and Jesse from Defense Mechanisms, but also to see Walsh from Thin Line Defense Co. If you're not following any of those guys, if you're not following Defense Mechanisms or Defensive Elements or Thin Line Defense Co. on YouTube or other social platforms, you should be, so be sure to check those guys out because they're all awesome. And I'm also super excited to see Tactical Jawa because he is someone who hangs out in my comment section a little bit for my videos and is a viewer of my channel, but also I originally saw him in the comment section of Thin Line Defense Co. in their live streams, which are every Thursday night, and just in their videos that I watch all the time. Pretty cool that people that I've seen on the internet a lot and followed already and was a big fan of their gear and their content and their comments are all going to be in one place, having fun, learning, and becoming better protectors. Super cool. Just wanted to mention that because shout out to all those guys, right? Yeah. You guys know this channel takes prayer requests, so if you have any of those, put those in the comment section below. I love praying for you guys. If you want a more private setting to submit your prayer request in, you can DM me on Instagram, your favorite libertarian on Instagram. That's where you can have a more private setting to do so in, and where you can see a bunch of weird pictures if you want, I guess. I do actually have a prayer request for you if you'd be so kind to pray for me and everyone else that's going to be involved in this training. The attendees, the trainers, the hosts, which is MTAC. It's going to be at the MTAC Shoot House facilities in Muncie, Indiana. So if you could pray for everyone involved in the training, that they are super safe and everyone is protected. I'd really appreciate that, not only in the class itself, but also traveling to and from, and protection for everyone's family members and other loved ones. I'd really appreciate that, because the whole reason a lot of us are going to these classes and improving our skills in these areas is to become better protectors, whether that's for our communities in a law enforcement role, or communities as a prepared citizen in general, or our country in terms of military service, or just home defense for our direct family. We are all going to become better protectors in some way, and we really want to make sure while we're away that our families are protected. So if you could pray for us and our families, for everyone's safety over this upcoming weekend, I'd really appreciate that. And I'm sure you guys are already praying right now as you're watching this video. So I can't tell you how much it means to me that you guys pray for me, and that we have this relationship where we can pray for each other. We can all be prayer warriors together. Now, before I start crying, with no further ado, I want to say thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you for being a subscriber of the channel. And thank you for being part of this awesome Freedom Family community. Really appreciate it. And I think the only other thing I have to say before I head off to class is stay free and God bless. See you guys. Hopefully by the time you're watching this, I'll have already taken the class and I'll be working with the footage and editing that for you guys to watch next. So stay tuned. Streamlight, that Defensive Elements is a separate company. Technically, they are part of both. It's almost the same, but one is training and one is gear. Does that make sense? Wait a minute. You just were talking about defensive elements. That's not defense mechanisms.
What keeps you up at night, yeah? Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah? Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah.